Sure, right there. What do you call it when they're on? ¿Cómo dice? Cuando están especial.
The fucking outlet sign?
Yeah.
That's just not even orange anymore.
It's like a pinkish.
It's fucking peach.
Yeah, peaches and herbs.
Peaches. C-squared. Yeah. Oh, let me take out the laptop. My bad, guys. Yes, sir. What Kyle sent me?
What did Kyle send?
He just liked my messages. He didn't respond.
What's up, guys? I'm Joe Vargas. Always Maggie Duarte. And today we have a special guest. It's my son, dog. My boy. Should have been here a long time ago. We're always arguing about boxing. Ulises Sierra. Welcome to the show, dog.
Thanks for having me.
CC, there's so much to talk about. First, we'll just go into like how long you been boxing for, dog?
Shit. 23 years now. I'm 36. I started when I was 13.
Many moons ago.
Yeah, many moons ago.
CC, did you go to high school out here too or no?
No, I went to middle school and then I got in a fight and then I switched middle schools and I tried to go to high school out here and then the guy, I guess, had like a restraining order. He complained when I came out here and they moved me to Mission Bay. So.
Got it. So CC and Maggie went to middle school together, but CC was a cool kid in school.
CC was a cool kid.
Yeah, so we couldn't get near him. And but the high school that Maggie went to is a block, that way, like 50 feet away.
Yep.
And CC was, I knew they went to school together, but I remember him going to Mission Bay. So I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I just had to ask.
You got the restraining order.
What got you wanting? What got you into wanting to box, mijo?
All types of reasons. Actually, football was my first love, and I got bad grades, so I couldn't play in high school. So I turned to boxing. I actually had a bully in high school, and he was a boxer. I don't know how good he was, but I was always scared.
Yeah,
to
look
fight
for this
back.
motherfucker. Where's he at, dog?
I can't imagine that.
I was always scared to fight back because he had he always had like his boxing equipment with him.
Yeah.
Like, this motherfucker knows how to fight. You know what I mean? So I was like,
Yeah,
I was always scared to fight back. Yeah, I know. Like, oh shit, I might get my ass whipped.
Hey, let's Google this motherfucker, dog. Let's go get him, dog.
What his name is.
No, we'll keep that name under private, dog. We gotta go look for him.
Actually, I heard he's locked up now or something.
Oh,
well,
makes sense.
there
Makes
you go.
sense. Makes sense. Yeah, most boxers get busted, dog.
Bulls. Not playing.
Hasn't overcome that demon, huh?
Yeah.
It's crazy how to think that at one time you're like, damn, that fool could fight. I'm like, and then you surpassed him. You know, you've been in the ring with champions. You've been in the ring sparring, fighting, top level shit. But if I would have met you at that time, you'd be like, nah, I'm kind of worried about that fool. He's bullying me. You know.
Yeah.
You probably could kick his ass, but you don't know because fear controls you.
Yeah.
You know, at that moment, fear is like a motherfucker. Like, you think that people right off the bat, you at that age, you kind of like, oh yeah, he's gonna beat my ass. You're not thinking what you can do to him.
It's like that story that you tell about the guys who are fucking, he's waiting for like his whole army at the top of the mountain.
Fear, yeah. I got that from 48 Laws of Power.
that book you read?
Yeah, the book I did. That's the only book I read. 48 Laws of Power.
And the Bible.
And the Bible.
Yep.
A couple times.
Hey, you gotta give yourself credit here, bud.
Yeah. And where's Waldo?
Oh my god. Don't give me one of those books.
But anyways, and what happened, CC? So this guy was kind of like the bully in school, or what? He just didn't like you.
I mean, I remember one time he tried to like pick my pockets, and like I was just like pushing his hands away. Yeah, I was just like,
this greedy motherfucker.
Yeah, so I was just like, I felt super vulnerable.
Yeah,
and I was like, nah, fuck that. And then I remember one time, me and a couple friends, we
jump his ass.
We did school and we were like drinking and doing stupid kid shit. And we threw some gloves on, and then one of the big homies beat me up. Not bad, but like, you know, he got the better of it. He got the better of it, and I was just like, man, I didn't like that feeling. And then I went to the gym, and then when I went to the gym, I just like fell in love with it from day one. Even when I went in the gym, I got my nose broken the first day I went in.
And you still came back?
Yeah, I came back. I sparred. It was my first day. I was like, I want to spar this guy. He's the best guy here, or whatever.
Yeah.
He's at the time, and then he was like an amateur at the time. He had multiple fights, and yeah, he broke my nose, and I was like, whatever, I'm come back and get this motherfucker.
What do you think about that? You think that's necessary when you're coming, when you really want to do the shit? Do you think it's necessary for you to take your licks early on in your, like, when you start boxing, pretty much?
I mean, yeah, I mean,
is there any value in that?
Now that you're coaching, because now you're coaching, I know I jumped the fucking, but this is going with the question.
Yeah.
Do you, when you train a young athlete or a young man who's barely starting, I mean young in the sport, do you let them get their ass whooped so they can know what it feels like, or you protect them?
I protect them, but I do let it go to like there's a threshold. You know what I mean? Like you gotta let them get a little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, I took one of my fighters, Ivan. Shout out to Ivan Lugo. I took him to go spar with Ulises Sierra.
Okay.
Juju.
The kid you've been bringing over. Yeah.
Little Tommy Hearns fucking. He's like a Tommy Hearns for that weight division.
Everyone knows Juju. He's top level, amateur, now turned pro. He's doing his thing, and he got he went in there. And obviously, he's doing his thing, and then Juju turned it up.
Yeah,
and caught him. Boom, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, but I let it go. I let it go. They kept going, and then it got to the point where it's like just like a referee would do.
Yeah,
you got to step in. Hey, that's it.
Yeah.
Wave it off.
Let a little feel for it.
If I let him, he's like, I got a little feel for it. I let him recover a little bit and threw him back in there, finished the round. That was it. Boom. But you have to get those experiences under you because it's going to happen sooner or later in a real fight. And
right.
You're going to have to adapt to it. And, so he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
He stepped up and he fought hard.
It's a trip being on for you. Is it a trip? Maybe I should ask you that instead of assuming. Is it a trip for you being on that other side?
Yeah. It is. I see a lot of me and my stubbornness in the fighters, and then I see a lot of the things Joe had to deal with me because I was stubborn, and then we just like everyone thinks they know it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
and that's just in life in general, man. You know.
Well, I think like in boxing, especially in the boxing gym, sometimes the most delusional people walk into the gym and they think like
every day.
Yeah, they know everything, they know how to fight. And but like I feel like there's like laws and there's like rules you have to follow.
Unwritten rules. Unwritten rules.
Yeah, there's a code.
Keep your fucking hands up. Keep your chin down. Like turn your punches over. It's like little things that make the difference in the fight. And it's like little things, and that's why I love what about Joe, because he knows how to point those things out.
Oh yeah,
you know one thing. This weekend we were at an amateur show at our gym, and I was sitting next to Cece, and I was noticing that a lot of athletes don't listen to their coaches anymore. And there were some that were, and you can see it, and it all starts at the gym. You know, if you like today when I in class, I had a class in the morning. I told them, you go in the blue corner, you go in the red, you go this. It wasn't the fighters, it was the class. And then like, if you guys can't fucking listen to what corner to go to, you're not listen to me in a fight.
Right.
And it's the little simple things. This is like, they think I'm being a prick with them, but it's the little things they don't hear you.
Yeah.
If they don't hear you in the gym, they don't hear you to go do that many rounds on the bag or do this and do that.
Yeah.
And they're not going to listen to you in a fight. Because in the fight, it's going 100 miles per hour. My son, Cisco, one time we were talking, my son loves CC, and he was like, what's some of the things that you can, he's always asking me about guys, but when they was asking me about CC, he's like, what's your favorite story of CC? I said, she has a lot. But one of my favorite stories with CC, I said, was probably the time that he won the what is it, the WBC, what was the title? The WBC Continental, what was it?
Which one? What fight was
when he fought Fidel?
The WBC, something
Continental. We fought in Arizona. We're on the B side. We go fight this guy. And I know in the back of my head that CC won almost every round.
Yeah.
I know this. But in like they've got 2 rounds left.
Is it 10 rounder?
I think so. I don't remember. Yeah, 10 or 8. I tell CC, hey, he looked at me like, I got this. But no, don't box him. Go fucking after him. And I got kind of in his ass. And he got mad at me. And I remember his face. He got mad at me. And
I was tripping. I was like, what do you mean? I'm winning every round. He's like, nah, fuck that. I was like, and it's kind of like, he lit a torch under my ass.
Yeah, he got up and he wanted to prove to me that he was good. And like, he went out and took those 2 rounds.
Yeah.
You know? And when they announced the scorecard, on some scorecards, we were losing. Like, we won the fight, but he got a lot of rounds he shouldn't get.
Right.
And I was thinking, if we cruise these last 2 rounds, they might do a draw.
Right.
Because he was the A side, it was his backyard. I said, and I gotta light a fire in CC's ass, and I gotta get him mad. He was mad at me for a little bit, you know, and I was like, you know what? I'd rather him be mad at me than fucking and win this title than be happy and we lost.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And now we got the pictures with the belt, and we got all that shit now. You know what I mean? And it was like, sometimes as a coach, you got to do things that are uncomfortable for your fighter and for yourself.
Absolutely.
I pull a lot from Joe though, from when him coaching. Like I said, I see a lot of myself, or I see a lot of Joe and me when I'm coaching.
Yeah.
And when my fighters in certain situations, and I got to be like, yo, bro, you want to lose this fucking fight?
Yeah.
Like, you got to throw fucking punches. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, obviously, I'm like, the tone is harder, and
but you're unafraid to tell them what they need to fucking hear. It's not what they want to hear.
You got your fucking people out there, bro.
Yeah.
You fucking...
It's like being a parent, huh? Like your dad would tell you all these things, and you're like, hey, Dad, you're tripping.
Yeah. Exactly.
And now that you have a son, you're like, damn, my dad was kind of like, now you see what your dad was telling you. That you have a child. It's like now you're coaching, like, damn, Coach Joe was kind of like right sometimes, you know? Like, you're like, oh, shit, I get it now. You know, it makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But at the moment, I tell all the guys, don't take it personal. I'm just, at the end of the day, I love you.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker, like, I know him since he was like, I don't know, 12, 13.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing him like growing pains, when he was one of the first kids to leave the CY Center. And when I left, I came and grabbed him, you know, like, let's go, fool, like, let's go. You know, we all got, I kind of stood by him, but there was an ultimate decision done.
Yeah. I
had no say-so at the time at that gym. And then I ended up running into him again when we both left. And we reinitiated everything, and we went forward and
picked up where you left off.
Yeah, and you know, this sport is like that, man. It was Ulises. I remember one of my funnest times too with him was when he was in camp with Andre Ward.
Yeah. And
I went and stayed with him in his hotel room, and he used to make me food. And he had it all down, dog. Like, he had a little system.
You want an omelet? What kind of omelet?
Dang, like that.
He'd be in some little ass fucking butt naked cooking, dog. I'm joking. You know, like that, baby boy. What you want?
Oh shit,
like, Cece, put some pants on, dog. No, he really, she's like, nah. But Cece's like real. And another story about Ulises that I really love is when we went and fought in Lancaster.
Yeah.
And that was a top ranked card, and they brought us in too, B-side.
Yeah.
And what was it, CC? A minute and a half, 2 minutes?
28 seconds.
He knocked the dude out.
Oh, shit.
28, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember that.
For those who, you know, who like to do this recreationally, very few people are going to have the luxury of saying that they knock somebody out. What does that feel like to you when you knock somebody out?
Usually when you hit them, it feels like nothing, but the adrenaline rush is just unmatched. Like, knocking
it's like
someone
addicting.
Out, it's addicting. It's just, I mean, it's like an itch. Like, you want to get the knockout every time you go out there, but like when you get it, it's just like, it's satisfying, and then at the same time, it's just like there's an adrenaline rush.
Yeah,
it's just like
So after, it's like all kind of different fucking feelings going through. Yeah, it's a trip, man. That's crazy.
But I mean, but body shots are always my favorite.
That's your favorite, the body shot.
Just hearing them and it has a sound when you hit it. So it's like,
there was a time, Maggie, where CC was like a young teenager, and other fighters.
That's when Joe was different. When he
that's what I hear. Yeah, that was me and Joe.
And that movie had just came out, 300, and I told these motherfuckers, none of you guys better lose. And these fools went out there and stopped everybody. We used to go to tournaments and beat everybody, bro. Like, I had a little and they had a little they kind of held each one accountable for their wins, you know?
Yeah.
And that was a good feeling. I had to go back when I get the new crew of amateurs, you know, I'm building another team again. We gotta smash people. Like, you can't go in there like, oh, let's hope we win, you know?
Yeah, that's why, like you said, though, we held each other accountable.
Yeah.
Like, we always did the extra work together after we were done doing the mitts and stuff.
I love that.
We would sit down in the ring and we all do our abs together, do our push-ups, talk to each other.
I love that.
And like motivate each other, like, how you gonna fuck this fool up?
Yeah.
Like, do this and that. Like, so it was cool. And then we turned pro, and then we did the same thing.
Yeah.
That's good,
motivate each other on the way up. Shout out my boy Adrian Vargas.
I got a question for both of you. You've been in the game you said 23 years. For you, probably 3 decades, if not more than that. What is the biggest difference that you've noticed in the game thus far? Like, now you're also a coach, so you've been a fighter and a coach. What's the biggest difference that you see from when you started to now?
For me, I'll answer that question first, because it seems like accessibility to information. Like, before, you had to get under a coach to learn.
Yeah.
And shadow this man and watch people at tournaments and soak up your own energy.
Like an apprenticeship.
Yeah, now you could just go on YouTube and look at coaches and look at it's not the same, but the access to information.
Right.
And it's so easy to be a coach now. Before, like, you had to have like credentials, you know, like you had to, people, everybody's a coach now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that before it was guys like him that fought, that understood the game. Now you got people, and no, you guys could turn out to be good, but you got people that don't know shit.
Yeah.
And they're YouTubing how to be a coach, and then they start coaching these people, you know? I shouldn't say that because I post videos on YouTube too.
You're the guy from YouTube, huh?
I think I heard a good quote sometime. I think it's like there's a difference between a trainer and a coach.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the trainer knows how to train you the right way, and there's a coach that is hit the bag.
Like, repeating what they regurgitating information that they just heard from somewhere else, pretty much.
So it's like training and coaching is different. Like training someone to do things a certain way.
Yeah.
This morning, Mijo, I had a fighter tell me that he didn't want to run outside because he feels like he could hurt his legs running and stuff like that. He said, I'd rather run the treadmill. And I said, you know what, Mijo, that's fine. If that's what you feel like, go for it. But every time you do things that you feel good doing, you're never going to grow as a fighter. You got to do things that you don't want to do to make you a better fighter. And just listen to your body. If you feel like you're hurting yourself, let us know. But the problem is that when you think like that on a run, you're going to think like that when you see your opponent. Damn, he's taller. Damn, he has a long jab. Damn, you're going to think of everything he could do.
It's everything.
And it's a mindset that carries on as you go in the fight game. And it's like, no. I'm going to fucking challenge myself. I did listen to my body and see what happens. You know, I told him, it's on you. And he made the right decision. He chose to go run outside.
He did. Trusted us.
Yeah. So you do what you want. I'm not a dictator, but you know, if you think like that now, you always think like that.
Yeah. But you know what? I love that you put it out there on the table, and ultimately it was his decision. You know what I'm saying? And that's very valuable, because it's not just about telling motherfuckers what to do or telling them how to think. It's showing them how to think. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you got to do things you don't like to do to get better. Like, and then eventually it turns into this discipline where like you just show up and do what you have to do, not what you want.
It's part of who you are.
Yeah. Like, you got to do your strength and conditioning. You got to do your running. You got to do your bag work. You got to do your mitt work. You got to do your abs. You got to do your running.
All that shit.
You got to do all of it. So it's like if you want to cut corners, it will show.
So, hell yeah, it will show.
Especially in this game, because if you're cutting corners and the other person's not, sometimes that's all it needs to.
What's been the most challenging aspect of boxing for you?
Now later in my career is just getting fights. I mean, like I'm in the gym every day. I'm training. Just trying to get fights. So really, it's the hardest part.
Yeah. Now you're staying ready. You're active in the gym.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more. I felt like now that I'm older, I'm more disciplined, and I understand the game a lot more. So I just do what I have to do. Like every day, I just wake up, I train, I go to work, I train when just training between clients or whatever I can, and I go to my strength and conditioning every Tuesday and Thursday, and so I'm just doing what I have to do to stay in shape. And I get calls. When I get those calls, I'm always ready
to go.
Like I got a call to fight Jesus Ramos on a 5-day notice.
That's the fucked up part about this business that people don't understand. Sometimes you get, they don't have the best interest for fighters like Ulises or other fighters, you know, so they'll call you. They already have you on the map. They have you on the radar for like a month. Yeah. And they're like, let's call this guy 2 weeks before. They know this. He hasn't fought in this long time. He's probably hurting for money.
Yeah.
Give him a week notice, 2 weeks notice. He'll fucking take it.
Yeah.
They don't want him to win. They want the guy that they're promoting to win.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And that's why you guys, fighters, you guys got to stay ready. Just stay relevant, because when you get that call, it's going to happen.
Ready. It's going to happen because exactly. Like if they know you're not fighting in a long time, but they might see you post or something, or he's in the gym, he's training, they're going to give you a call, bro. Eventually, they're going to give you a call, and you better be ready.
Yeah, and I tell people, opportunity just comes once.
Yeah.
You know, it could come numerous times. You just need that one chance to, you know, shut everybody up. See, one of the things that I remember a lot about us is that you've been in camp with a lot of great fighters. You probably made more money in camp than you have in fights.
Yeah.
You know, you've been in the ring with, and that I can remember, see if I say everybody, don't tell me. Charlo, Canelo, Andre Ward, Kovalev, Peter Quillen, Benavides, Munguia.
Oh, sorry. I jumped in there.
No, it's good. No.
That's right.
What else do I got? That's it, huh?
Undisputed Charlo.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Out of all those guys, not to say nobody's less, because which one did you learn from the most? And which one did you take from? I remember one time he went to camp with one of them. I'm not going to say who. and he came back doing these weird foot movements.
Yeah.
I don't have to say who. And I said, "What are you doing that for, dog?" I saw him do it. I said, "Yeah, but don't do that, dog." And I was like, and then it does work.
Yeah.
But I was like, you have to prepare your whole life for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's gonna be
systematic. Yeah. And I wasn't saying it was wrong. I just like the way I moved him and trained him was not to do that, you know?
Yeah.
And what did you take or learn from who individually, or what do you like about camp? Or
your most
I know you had a bad experience with some of them, and some of them were super cool.
Like these are elite fighters, so we've done hundreds of rounds. I've had good days, I have bad days. We had even days, you know what I'm saying? But I say like Canelo, I learned a lot from Canelo, and I still use a lot of the things that I've learned from Canelo today. Andre Ward, obviously a lot. Peter Quillen as well, but Peter Quillen, at the time when I was working with him, he was pulling from the Andre Ward style at the time because he was working with Virgil at the time.
Yeah.
All these champions, actually all of them,
yeah, in their own way.
They all have different styles, and they're all great in different ways. And like I said, every fighter is different.
Yeah.
So every fighter you could pull from. But these are like, some of these guys are guys like Andre Ward, someone I grew up watching growing up, and gold medalist, amateur, world champion. So it was like a dream come true, getting to work with these guys too. So
story time.
Oh shit!
I'm in LA. Russo's gonna fight Johnny Beck.
Yeah.
It's a top ranked card, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they fought? I didn't even know they fought.
Yeah.
I didn't know until the other day too.
Yeah.
You mentioned it.
Yeah, they fought. They went the distance.
Russo's my old sparring partner.
Yeah, Cristiano Olivas. I go in the urinal, Maggie. And who's in the urinal next to me? Andre Ward. And I'm like, oh, dog, I don't want to say, remember me?
That's
you know? we both got our sausage in our hand. You know, we're taking a piss. And then I go, "What's up, champ?" And he goes, "Oh man, Cece's got, yeah. What's up, dog? How's he doing?" He was asking for Cece and Coach Bashir and all those guys. And I was like, I had a little moment with Ward, and I'm putting it out here right now. But it's cool because what we've done in this game, even if we think it's a minimum role, you help Ward get ready for fights, and you help guys get ready for big fights, and it feels good when they're appreciative about it. You know, when they come, "Hey, man, what's up, coach? Remember you?" And like this weekend, we went with Henry Garcia.
Yeah.
You know, Ryan Garcia's dad. He treated us like VIP, you know?
Yeah.
His mom and everybody was so cool, you know, Lisa and Henry. And just, it's cool to move forward in this game, you know? And talking about going forward in this game, this is a subject I don't want to talk about. I mean, it's hard for me to talk about a motherfucking Ollie act with Dana White. I know we've experienced some tough negotiating in boxing. We knew we know that we've gotten done dirty in boxing financially, where there's so much money left on the table with regular promoters without the Ollie Act. I mean, with the Ollie Act in effect.
The Ollie Act, yeah.
Now that they don't have to disclose details of money, because California just showed us that they reversed the Ollie Act already.
Mm-hmm.
And it goes to show you how thirsty the fucking promoter, I mean, the manager, the commission is. I don't know what they're promising them financially, but slowly they're all going to remove the Ali Act. A man who is a legacy in boxing, Muhammad Ali. Where's he at?
Right here. Right there.
He fought his ass off, or we wouldn't get done dirty in boxing. And now the greed of the business is going to slowly take away our voice and our strength in boxing, because people like Dana White and Turkey and all is wanting good fights.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we want good fights. Make them happen. But don't fucking have a cap on what fighters can make. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, 1% of the fighters make that much money. Mm-hmm. But it feels fucking good to dream.
Yeah.
To be able to grab it. Now there's no dream.
Yeah.
Now you're going to make this number and that's it. Mm-hmm. If the Ali Act kicks in full speed, like, you know. What do you think about that, Cece? Like,
as an active fighter, yeah.
Because you can get a call now and be like, "Oh, you're gonna fight for $3 million, but you know what? You had to cap 200,000."
I mean, I've been in situations where, I mean, you remember? Yeah. I've been offered fights. I've been offered fights, and my manager would tell me, "Hey, it's X amount," and I would be like,
"CC cuts the middleman out, dog."
And I was like, "What do you mean it's X amount? Like this is like a top guy, like a top opponent. So at the time, I was actually in camp with Charlo, and I was telling Charlo, hey, I might have to leave. I might have to get ready for my own fight. And he's like, who you fighting? And I told him. He's like, how much you making? And I told him, and he's just like, nah, bro, I wouldn't take nothing less than
X,
like 5X. What I was told. You know what I mean? So that's when I really started getting a sense for the game. So like, I went back and looked, and I was like, nah, I want 5 times amount. And I was like, don't call me unless that's what it is. And I was like, whatever, I'm going back to camp. So I'm staying in camp, and they call me back. All right, the money's good.
It is there.
Yeah, but it is there, exactly. so then when that happened, I was just like, that red flags all everywhere. I was just like, fuck, man, where's all this money going? You know what I mean? And then another time happened, I was fighting, and I was with your son, Gordo Mata, and Joel Diaz was there, and he said, man, he was talking to us, he said, you know what's wrong with this game? He's like, this is exactly what he said. He's like, imagine I'm a promoter, and I got Manny Pacquiao. And I said, and I'm looking for him for a fight for Manny Pacquiao. And I go up to you and I said, here's $1 million. Go find him an opponent, please. Then you go and you find someone from wherever. Wherever. Like, obviously, boxing's a poor man's sport. Most of these guys come from bad ghetto environments. So they're like, okay, we offer them $300,000. They take it. Yeah. And then what happens to the rest of the money? You know what I mean? So there's people out there doing that on a large scale. Not even with the Ali Act in effect, but they don't know how to like legally enact that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What the Ali Act means is that Dana's going to have control of managing and promoting fighters, and he's going to be. What has to happen? I think Mexico's a powerhouse. Canada's a powerhouse. Like, they can do fights without the U.S. Like, they can do it without the act. Mexico can the WBC is recognized as the strongest belt in boxing.
Yeah.
If it doesn't lose its value with all these promotions, the Ali Act, they can do fights in Mexico, generate sponsorship, generate money, and pay fighters the way that they're getting paid in the U.S. Because at the end of the day, the peso's going up, the dollar's going down. You can make money in Mexico.
Yeah.
And you saw those fights on American networks. You know, why not?
Yeah.
You know that you don't have to. In that way, you don't have to lose all this power as a fighter.
Yeah.
No, you lose all your say-so. Later on, they're going to dress all the boxers in red and blue.
Yeah.
With no sponsors on them or nothing.
It's only their sponsors. Same thing as the UFC.
So that's what he wants to do.
And everyone knows how that is. Those UFC fighters make pennies.
And how come they're all fighting at boxing now?
Yeah.
If it's that fucking good.
I was telling Joe about Francis Ngannou, heavyweight champion of the world. Usually if you're heavyweight champion of the world, as it stands in boxing, you're pretty much taking the biggest purse out of any other fighter, right?
Yeah.
And
baddest man on the planet.
Yeah. Francis Ngannou was taking, I think, 600,000. Not even breaking $1 million for his fight. And he couldn't renegotiate that. It was what it was.
That's what's going to happen to boxing.
Remember, like, you just got to imagine how many people around the world are watching Francis fight when he fights.
How many numbers?
Millions.
Yeah.
How much money is he bringing in? Millions. And who's making all that money? Dana. And then you just want to do that on a large scale with boxing? I mean, I don't see that happening.
So and that's what he did.
It could happen, obviously, but I don't think
it shouldn't happen. Everybody should stand together, because there's a lot of. It's not like the UFC was new. He bought into it. He took over it. And it was something new that nobody knew.
Right.
And it's a fever now that it's kind of already peaked. Like, would it get better? I mean, how can it? You already had McGregor. You had Ronda. Those were your like big names. I mean, there's other fighters, Anderson Silva. They already hit the cap.
I think so too.
Where are they coming to? Right. They're gonna come over here now to boxing. Stay away. Go stick to your shit, dog. Like, you know, you want to see good fights. You got to build fighters. You can't. What I don't like about the UFC is that fighters they're known for a year or two and they're forgotten about.
That is true. That,
you know, and it's like, yeah, you get the best matches. Yeah, I get it. As a fan, I like it. But I'm more than a fan. I'm a boxing coach. I gotta take care of my fighters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell my guy, get ready, mijo. You're gonna fight for a year or two, and that's it. You're done. You're gonna make 80, whatever, 100,000, and that's it, mijo. We're gonna fucking give it all we got.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's hard to get. But if I tell him, mijo, what if we make Manny Pacquiao money?
Yeah.
What if we get a Floyd Mayweather? What if we become Buster Douglas? What if we beat Tyson once?
Yeah.
And then we fight again and we make 30 million and we're out the game.
Yeah.
It's good to dream.
Yeah.
If you don't dream, you can't get motivated.
Yeah. I can't see this being the end all be all, honestly, with this whole TK. There's too many entities, too many hands in boxing for it to.
The sanctioning bodies got to get together.
But they're really pushing for it.
Yeah.
And, you know,
but look at
Turkey. And when you put
that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. When you start paying, you start lobbying this money around.
Yep.
You see how fast men sell their souls for money.
Yeah.
Instead of integrity and honor.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody sells their ass for fucking money.
Hope for the
CSAC, you're embarrassing, dog. California State Commission just fucking took away the Ali Act. You know, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You guys should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah. Over there, the commissions like CSAC, Texas Commission, the Nevada Commission, they're always protecting fighters. They're in the corner watching that we don't get cut, that we don't get hurt too much.
Yeah.
How about you guys take care of our wallets and make sure that that we don't get done dirty? Because you guys take care of our bodily, our persona, como se dice, our injuries.
Yeah.
Well, take care of our pockets too, bro. Don't let this shit get away with this shit, you know?
Yeah.
Don't let the people with money take over this shit because
it's
not
a trip.
Cool.
It's fucked up. Yeah. And, you know, it's a trip.
Fighters are the ones putting their lives on the line.
That's what I was about to.
Dangerous. Like, people don't understand how dangerous
this motherfucker has fucked up his hands, had surgery, fucked up an eye. You know, a lot of shit. You know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then you never. I always feel like when you fight, you leave a little bit of your soul in every fight.
Right.
For $20,000, I mean, damn, dog.
That's what I was gonna allude to. Is like,
and with no sponsors,
right? Damn, you can't get a sponsor. Fuck.
That's what I was gonna allude to. It's a trip because think about that, right? That's exactly what I was gonna drive the point towards. Is that look at how you're putting your life on the line, right? And we were talking about coaching earlier. How many times have you seen somebody just come out of nowhere and say, you know what, I'm gonna be the head coach of this team in the Jacksonville Jaguars in the NFL. You have to have credentials, right? But like you said,
money talks.
People from the left and the right, all of a sudden you have somebody's life in your fucking hands. Like, that's literally what it is. And you're responsible for this person. You're cornering them, and you really don't know fucking left from right sometimes, honestly.
You know, the other day I was talking to Mike at the gym. He was saying, they got to create boxing like a league, like the UFC. Mm-hmm. And I was thinking, my whole life, I played baseball, football, soccer. And I chose boxing because I didn't want to be in a league.
Right.
I wanted to be individual.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to make my own path.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why boxing has always been its own path. Like, you're a champion of the world, but you're a free agent. You don't belong to the UFC.
Yeah.
You don't belong to the boxing. You're a boxer. That's why you got Hall of Fames in Nevada and California, Mexico. They all got different Hall of Fames, because you're an individual.
Yeah.
And that's what separates you from everybody. You're your own entity. You don't belong to no one.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to be in a league?
Yeah.
I don't fucking think so.
I can't imagine it. You know what I mean?
That's a good way to put it.
I can't imagine it, but
I don't want to be on a team. That's why I'm doing this shit, because I don't do well in teams. I'm my own man.
Yep. Yeah. I do this shit by myself. I don't one man army.
That's right. You put that time in there, and nobody can take that away from you. It's your time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody did it for you. You did it on your own. So I can understand that.
I know there's a lot of UFC fighters out there that don't have a voice no more because whatever they fought. There's some UFC guys that just had one great fight and they're out.
Yeah, that's true. That really is true.
And that's like, dude, that sucks. That's your only paycheck.
Yeah.
Because the UFC is like, you're in, one and done.
I think the UFC is a one-hit wonder, though. And what I mean by that is that I think that it works for that, and that's the only place it's going to work. I honestly don't. I could be wrong later on down the line, but I just don't see it.
When we're discussing that the UFC started the UFC fighter for people who can relate to fighters, they took it from the Contender and boxing. But boxing, that's why they build up fighters.
Yeah.
Because they want people to start knowing them. They start putting the Shakur Stevenson, the Xander Sayas. They start building all these guys. Top Rank's really good at it. Top Rank is really good.
Yeah.
Oscar started doing it too with Virgil Ortiz and stuff like that. But building fighters so we can know who they are.
Their story. Yeah.
And in boxing, you're not going to have a story if you start putting these guys to fight each other quick, then they're done.
Yeah, it's just going to be it's like fantasy football, man. Like, you're like whatever. People don't even give a shit about those guys. They're like, oh, fuck, I lost them on my team.
Yep.
You just become kind of like a number. But yeah,
exactly, it's a number. But like that's why they have 4 champions, I believe, in every weight class. Is because like you got a Mexican champion, you got an African American champion, you got a Puerto Rican champion. And now you have different
Europeans,
markets.
Russians.
Exactly, Europeans and Russians. So now you have different markets
to
sell your champion to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you get the super fights when you get the champions fighting the champions.
Yeah.
I think every champion should strive to defend his title once or twice and go try to go to unify. Once you unify, you got to go for the fucking undisputed.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is they don't face each other, and that's where I get it. But if you create a league and you're forcing people to fight before, the fights are not going to be exciting because one guy's not ready.
Yeah.
That's what makes boxing fights great. Yeah, I think PBC hurt boxing more than it helped because you kept fighters away from fighters. Like Mayweather should have fought Floyd 8 years before that fight.
What Floyd?
Floyd against Pacquiao. I'm sorry.
Pacquiao, yeah. That's true. A lot of fighters were a lot of fights, like you said the other day. Errol and Danny earlier, and all those guys. And
that's what PBC did. They perceived PBC was trying to create their fighters.
Yeah.
And they never faced each other.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's really what hurts the sport too, is that you got to add some credibility to that champion as well. You got to give him the best guys.
It's kind of like what's going on with Tank. Like Tank, wonderful fighter. Everyone loves Tank. He has a great style. Everyone knows he's great. But then like he hasn't fought the other champions.
Yeah.
To see who's really the best. You know what I mean? Like, but obviously, regardless of who he fights, when he fights, we're all gonna watch.
Yeah, everybody's gonna tune in.
But we want to see him fight Shakur. We want to see him fight the other champions.
Yeah.
But he could fight anyone in the top 10 and we'll still watch.
I think there's something under wraps with that situation that is just not being brought to the light, honestly.
Yeah.
I doubt that he's afraid to fight any of those guys.
Hey, I want to see Dana White's face when he had to pay Canelo $150 million and Terrence 50, I think it was.
Yeah.
I wonder if he probably said never again. Never again.
We need to revoke the ASAP.
Yeah. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is bullshit, Turkey.
That's a lot of money.
He's like, bro, you know how much I could have took out of that shit?
You know, this pays a UFC salary for 3 years in a row.
Right. God damn.
That's crazy, man. But speaking of inspirational stories, talking about how developing fighters, was there ever anybody who inspired you? While you mentioned Andre Ward earlier.
Ali, man.
They're
Ali
moving his act, dog.
Yeah. Speaking of Ali was like he's vibrant,
just everything.
Yeah,
his aura,
his style, his aura. He's real inspiring me. And then one thing about me when I was a kid, I always had like vivid dreams. Like, and my mom would always wake me up to go to school, like at the climax.
Yeah.
Like, like I'm about to kiss one of the girls that I liked or something. And wake up, get ready for school. I'm like, God damn. You know what I mean? And one time I was fighting, I remember I was boxing Muhammad Ali in one of my dreams. And then we went to the decision. And then when they're going to give the decision, my mom was like, wake up, get ready for school.
Oh, that's a good story.
I remember chasing that. I remember chasing that forever. I was like, I wonder if I beat Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
And then I was just always just wondering, like, damn, am I going to be one of the greatest? Am I going to be one of the greatest?
I'm going to talk to your mom, dog, for waking you up.
And then I always wondered. And then now that I'm older and fucking, I got fights and in the game now, I was actually supposed to maybe get a fight with his grandson. Yeah, Nico Ali Wash.
Yeah.
So,
where you at?
I would love that fight, Nico.
Dope,
And then apparently he got somebody.
See, I'm going to talk to him, dog.
Make it happen.
I'm going to be in the Philippines this week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are.
He's fighting on that card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell him, hey, bro,
my boy,
my bro used to dream about your grandpa, dog, fighting him.
You gotta fight him.
You make his dream come true. They don't fight him. You fight him.
Yeah.
Stop picking, choosing. These guys.
Right
you're gonna beat. Like, let's fight, bro.
I'm gonna bring it up to him.
And your son was born on Muhammad Ali's birthday, right?
Yeah, exactly. My son was born on January 17th.
That's a trip.
Muhammad Ali's birthday.
I think it's meant to be Nico Ali.
Nico Wash, where you at, cuz?
Where you at? Let's make it happen.
That's a great fight, man. That's a great fight. I believe that 100%. That's a great fight.
Yeah, we should just make it happen. I mean, I don't see why not.
Mm-hmm.
At 154 or 160? Where's he at?
Talking shit or anything. Right? We should just make it happen. I mean, I fight at 154. I can fight at 160 as well. So.
Oh, yeah, man. I'd love to see that, dude. Get him through the Manila.
That has to be something else. So what fights we have coming up?
Well, that's not till next weekend. Yeah, the fights that you're going to be at.
I'm going to the Philippines because of CCA. Let me see if I'm correct. CC, correct me right now. You met Senna, didn't you, Senna?
I met Senna in Peter Quillen's camp,
and we were fighting.
And Andre Ward.
We were fighting in Sonora, Maggie, and I met Senna.
Yeah,
right there.
Oh, that's where you met him.
I cornered him
because I remember when we were in Minnesota.
I met him through CC.
Yeah, okay.
I met Senna through CC, and then they were asking me for camp for Canelo, and I sent Senna. after I had met him. I cornered him in his fight. Remember me and you fought, and I think Palmita debuted on that card. Or somebody else fought that day. It was you.
Habin?
No,
right?
no. That was a different venue because Palmita debuted over there. And that's the day that he fought. You fought and Senna fought that day. Habin didn't fight that day. And anyways, at Senna, I ended up sending him with Canelo. He was in camp with Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came to the gym one time for a little bit and trained with us here in San Diego. And then I seen him in Minnesota when he fought Morrell.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were the main event.
So the reason Little Mo was here is because of Senna.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then Senna reached out to me like, Coach, I need to ask you a question. I'm like, what's up, man? You come to the fights with me to the Philippines. I'm like, when? In 2 weeks.
Thrilla Manila. It sounds better if you say it like that.
I'm going to go to the Thrilla Manila.
Yeah, that's going to be October 29th.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got him right here. I'm trying to look for his name.
Shout out to Senna, but
yes,
my bro.
Senna's
I met him in Peter Quillen camp, and we went to India together.
He took you to India too, huh?
Yeah, we went to India.
He took you to India. He's taking me to Manila, dog.
Yeah, we went to India. We were like went in a little movie together. Right. We went to Mexico.
When you got sick, huh, dog?
We got sick. Yeah, I'm still sick right now. And then
to this day.
And yes, and then speaking of Senna and the Ali Act, like is when I found out how the business started working, he hit me up and I told him like how I was getting offered X amount and I talked it up and I got 5X more. And I was just like, hey, next time you get a fight, let me know what you get offered because I know how the game worked. They're always trying to mess over the fighters. So he told me he was getting offered X amount and I told him go a little bit higher than that. And he got what we offered or what we asked for. So it's just like that. Like if I could help someone out, because I know how shady the game is, I try to help people out. And Senna's the same way. And I just got a lot of love for Senna. So shout out Senna.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Senna. Hey, CC be getting fights, dog. And like, hey, who's the main matchmaker, Coach? Brad Goodman.
Fuck that guy.
Here's his number, dog. Call him. He fucking negotiating more money. CC's good at what he does. I'm like, he's not going to make that much money, dog. I'm like, damn, dog.
You got to learn how to negotiate.
No, I always thought you have to have a voice first.
Yeah.
And then you can negotiate.
Okay, I see what
you mean. CC proved to me that it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
You can negotiate if you don't have a voice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's a demand game, right? Mm-hmm. They need you.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
they need you. And, and I learned something from him. I taught him how to box.
Yeah.
And he taught me a little bit. I used to think he was full of shit sometimes. But I was like, damn, it's working. So.
Aside from that, October 25th, Joseph Parker against Fabio Wardley. That's this weekend, Saturday in London.
Joseph Parker, it's my oos right there. You know, got the same.
Oh, so you're gonna go for him?
We got a little bit of the same blood, so yeah.
That's my cousin.
Hey, didn't Smashley want us to? Hey, Smashley, where you at, dog? They wanted us to
Smashley.
He wanted us to talk to go on a video on that one with him.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten back to us. He said something about the stream and. Yeah.
English muffin.
This weekend.
Trumpets.
This weekend, Brenda fights too.
God. English muffin in Tijuana.
In Tijuana, Brenda
Hernandez, the brown bomber.
The brown bomber. Shout out, homegirl.
Yes, man. She puts in that work, man. So hopefully we can make it out there for that fight.
She was sparring this morning. She was looking sharp.
Yeah, super.
It was funny. She tells me after sparring, hey, you think I should have took it easy on that young girl? I said, hell no. You're getting ready for your fight, and it's going to help her too.
Yeah.
She's going to realize she wants to do this or not, you know? Yeah. Sometimes when you hold back on sparring partners, you don't grow as a fighter.
Absolutely. And
shout out to all my people who sparred me. You guys hear this? You guys see this video? They always tell me, why you go hard on me? Why you go hard on me? Because it's going to make you better. Trust me. Like, I've been there. Like I said, I got my nose broken the first day in the gym. And you're going to have to learn how to adapt, sink or swim. So there's just no hard feeling.
Absolutely. And that takes us full circle.
Yep.
Right there.
On that note, hey, Cece, put on. Is it okay if we put on your business, man? I like your business.
Oh yeah, juice business.
Yeah, we're gonna put your picture and
hit
that shit up. Cece has the best motherfucking
the
juices,
best
dog.
Juices, man. That we're not.
I got a name. I just haven't I need to get it trademarked because I know.
Well, we won't say nothing.
Yeah, don't say it yet.
Because I know it's a hot fire. So
it is. It's really
it's
good,
a nice
man.
name, and I need to get it trademarked before I put it out there.
Yes.
It's called Hits Juices, dog.
Meanwhile, yeah, we just call it His Juices.
We just call it Cece's Juice.
Shout out to Hits. I got the new merch.
One of the only ones that got a hat, dog.
That's right.
I gotta give it to my boy because he's been the most loyal, dog.
OG triple.
He has that shit tattooed on his arm, dog. Loyalty.
I
he
thought
lived
hits.
by
I was
it.
like, damn.
No, he lived by it, man.
That's right.
He lived by that shit. On that note, man, shout out to all the fans that listen, and we just guys, any comments, likes, subscribe.
These questions for CC, for us, for whatever, man. I don't know if you got anything.
Let us know if you guys like CC. We can keep bringing this motherfucker.
Yeah, bring me back, man. We talk about the next fight. Fights coming up or
yeah,
whatever.
let's do it. That's it.
That's it. Peace. Thank you, CC.
All right.
Yeah, I think the words, but sometimes they don't come out of my mouth no good.